Hey, sixth graders, Mrs. Zimmerman today. I am here and we are going to be doing percent problems. We've been doing so much work with fractions, decimals, and percents. Now we're going to use percent in problems. So the type of problem I'm going to show you first is asking us to find the percent of a number. Okay, so the first example I have written asks us 90% of 20 is what number? Okay, so what this is asking is what percent of 20 is a number. So think of it like this. For example, if I had a box with 0 at one end and 20 at the other end, 10 would be in the middle, right? And if I were to fill this box in, let's say I wanted to fill in 50%. What's 50% of 20? Well, 50% would be half, right? So that'd be right in the middle. So 50% would be 10. But my question asks for 90, which means I'm going to have to go, if I fill the whole thing, that'd be 100% filled in, right? But we're only filling in 90%. So that's only going to be like here. How much of this? 90% of 20 is going to be what number? That's what we're trying to figure out in these problems. Okay, now you can draw pictures like this, but they're not accurate, right? My rectangle's not perfect, my lines aren't accurate, nothing like that. So there is a much easier way than trying to draw a picture. I just wanted to give you this visual. Okay, that's what we're doing. We're trying to find 90% of 20. How much is going to be filled in if I get all the way to 90%? What number am I going to be at? So, a key trick to these problems is knowing that the word of also means multiply. Yeah. There's something new for you, right? Okay, of means to multiply. And you'll see this a lot as you go through your math classes in the future, but this is just an introduction. So if it says 90% of 20, and I just told you of equals multiply, I'm basically saying 90% times 20. Let's write that down. 90% times 20 equals what number? That's what we're trying to figure out. Now, we can multiply this, but we don't want to multiply a percent, so let's just change it to a decimal. You know how to do that. 2 to the left, 1, 2. So I have 0 and 90 hundredths. But do I need that 0 at the end? Not really, right? 9 tenths is the same thing. So I've got 0 and 9 tenths times 20. That's easy multiplication, right? I take 20 times 9 tenths, multiply, 9 times 0 is 0, 9 times 2 is 18, and then we have to count our decimal places, right? So I've got 1 here in my problem, so I have to move my decimal 1 point in the answer. So 90% of 20 is 18. Just like that, okay? We're going to do a few more to just clear this up for you a little bit, but that's kind of what we're going to be doing with these type of problems. Okay, I've got my next one up here, ready to go. It's 25% of 40 is what number? So again, I'm not going to draw the box out this time. We know that of means to multiply, so this is just a multiplication problem. 25 times 40. My very first step is to turn that percent into a decimal. So I'm going to change it, move it over 2 to the left. So I have 25 hundredths times 40. And then we just multiply off to the side, which you're already so good at. So we're just going to multiply off to the side. 0, well, this is 0. So times 5 is 0, times 2 is 0. And now this time I've got another number. So if you remember right, we do a second row, and then we have to put a 0 here to hold that spot. right? And then we do the 4. So 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2, 9, 10, 10. Okay, we are going to add these together, 0, 0, 0, 1. In my problem, I have 1, 2 decimal places, so I have to move 1, 2 in my answer. So 25% of 40 is 10. Okay, we're going to do some more. Okay, here we go. 75% of 32 is what number? Okay, now, again, I know I'm repeating this so many times, but of means to multiply. So I have 75% times 32. Very first step always, percent to decimal, please don't lie. We're going to go to the left 2. So now I have 75 hundredths times 32, which that's, again, just basic multiplication. So we're going to go off this to the side to do the multiplying. 75 hundredths times 32. Okay, I'm going to do 2 times 5 is 10. Carry the 1. That's going to be 15. Put my 0 here to hold that spot. Now this time I'm going to cross off the 2 because I used it. I'm also going to cross off the 1 because I used that one too. I don't want to confuse myself. Okay. Now we multiply the 3. 3 times 5 is 15. So I put the 5, carry the 1. 3 times 7 is 21, 22. And then we're going to add these together. 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 and 5 is 10. Carry the 1. Now I have 2, 3, 4, and 2. Okay, I have 1, 2 decimal places in my problem, so I have 2 in my answer. 24. 75% of 32 is 24. Okay, I think we're going to do just one more, and then we'll be done. Okay, I think you'll get it. Just one more. Okay, last one. Like I said, here we go. It's going to be 80% of 75 is what number? Okay, of means to multiply, so we're going to take 80% times 75. Okay, make sure you're writing these with me, taking your own notes. We have to change that percent to a decimal, so move it over 2, and I have 80 hundredths. But I don't need that 0, right? I can just turn it into 8 tenths. It's going to be the same thing. So I have 8 tenths times 75. Okay, I'm going to put the 75 on top because it's 2 digits. That'll just make it easier. And then I'll put the 8 tenths on the bottom. We know 8 times 5 is 40. So I'm going to put 0 and then the 4. 8 times 7 is 56. 56 plus 4, 60, right? Okay, now 1 decimal spot in the problem, so I move it 1 in the answer, so my answer is going to be 60. That's all I have. Okay, so to find percent of a number, we're just multiplying. Okay, multiply the percent times the number to get your answer.